train. Hey y'all, here I am in the heart of Deep East Texas. Kind of a drizzly Saturday morning. The train is rolling down the tracks. Everywhere I live, I'm near the railroad tracks. I guess that says something about me. But it's not the wrong side of the tracks. So anyway, I'm not going to be doing anything out in the garden today. It's kind of rainy. I don't want to get wet and muddy. And besides, I'm just kind of taking it easy. My show started this weekend. I'm in Barefoot in the Park out at the Lamplight Theater. Last night was opening night. Went real well. A lot of work. I am exhausted. I've been rehearsing every night, staying up late, getting up early. So this Saturday morning off here is just going to be a little seed starting and a little visit with you. Just wanted to tell you how I'm going to do a little bit different this year. A lot of times, every time, I plant way too many seeds, too many things at once, in these great big trays with the dome lids on them. And every year I tell myself, well, I was dumb because I put a couple seeds in each cell in all these different rows, and it's hard to keep track of which is which. Even when you put the labels on them, they get wet or they fade or something happens, you get them out of order. Or the certain seeds take off and other ones take forever, and in your big tray, you gotta start fishing them out of the things to pot them on or to move them out of there because they're, some have got to go, and so to avoid that, I'm going to do it the way you should do it, that I've known about forever, and I'm just going to plant some seeds, multiple seeds in a cup, and then when they get to the right size, I'm going to prick them out. That's a British term, I guess. I got that from the allotment channels. And then I'm going to put them into their own pot them on then, instead of rolling the dice and hoping that it grows right in the trays. So that's what I'm going to do this morning. I picked out a few of my favorite tomatoes. I just thought I'd tell you what they were, and then a couple of my favorite peppers. It's still early. I plant a lot of things, seeds right into my garden beds, and I'm going to do that pretty soon. Things like carrots and radishes, and I've been growing some lettuce out there, and probably some Swiss chard, things like that. And but I'm not against buying starts from the people at the farmers market. There's a really cool family that has a real good booth there at the farmers market, and they're the family that had the little goats in the video a couple videos back. And well, anyway, the tomatoes I'm going to do are ones that I've tried before and I really liked. 3 of them worked great, and 1 of them worked okay, but I really like the tomato and I want to get it right. So that's the Japanese trèfle. It's a little plum-shaped, pear-shaped, brown black tomato with the top of the pears kind of like got green shoulders on it. It's real pretty when you slice it long-wise. The inside's real dark, rich, reddish brown, and it goes to green and real pretty. And first time I grew it put on like maybe 2 tomatoes and died, but I tried it again, it did better, and I'm going to do it again, and it's going to come out great. And these are 3 that I grew before and were awesome. Last year I grew these giant Belgian. I got it from the seed swap. Grew them on the south wall in front of the building here. The plants got huge, and the tomatoes are huge, and they're good for canning. I like them. They're a light pink color. man, they got, at least some of them were pounders, you know, kind of this shape. I'm gonna grow those, and then these are two good eating tomatoes. I like tomato sandwiches a lot. I love to slice a tomato across the equator and open it up and see. That's how I judge a good tomato. You know, I'm impressed with the size of them and the perfectness of how they look on the outside, blemish free and stuff. But when you slice a tomato across and it just looks delicious, that's what I'm going for. And this one, Anise Noir, I think it's also called black pineapple. It's not black. It's one of those heirlooms that's multicolored. It's kind of got stripes and patches, and it's pink and yellow and green, and just real pretty. And when you slice it across the center, the fleshy parts are red and yellow and mottled looking, and then the juicy seed parts are real pretty colored, and just probably the prettiest tomato I've ever grown. Crosswise, sliced. I mean, there's other tomatoes you'd look at and you go, well, that's a pretty tomato. How about that tomato? And so I'm going to start some of those in these little cups, and then I'm going to put a lid on them like this and stick them up under my grow light, my shop light, and I won't need a heating mat or anything like that. This is a cake package cover, a cake cover. Out at the theater, they bring goodies and treats out there, which I've been trying to avoid, but fish that out of the recycling, and I'm going to use those. And then when they're ready, I'll pick them out and pot them on into trays. I always plant way too many. I'm going to do it right this year. And well, I've babbled on long enough. I'm going to go get another cup of coffee.